The hidden cost of lithium-ion batteries. Is green energy really green? We've been told that electric vehicles are the future.
All brands have vehicles sitting from 2022, 23. Some people are actually happy to hear this news. They think the dealerships screw everybody and they deserve it.
A promise of cleaner air, reduced carbon footprints, and a way out of our fossil fuel addiction. The rise of electric cars powered by lithium-ion batteries is hailed as the silver bullet in fight against climate change. But is it really as clean as it seems? Or have we lost the plot in the race for green energy? Chapter 1. The dark side of lithium mining. To understand the full story, we must start at the source, lithium mining. This is where the environmental impact begins. Lithium, the critical component of the batteries, is extracted from places like the salt flats of Chile, Argentina, and Bolivia. The process isn't as green as you'd expect. It involves pumping up groundwater to the surface, letting it evaporate, and harvesting the lithium-rich brine. To produce 1 ton of lithium, approximately 5 lakh gallons of water is used. In regions where water is already a scarce resource, local ecosystem suffers, and indigenous communities face severe water shortages, impacting agriculture and livelihood. And it's not just lithium. The production of lithium-ion batteries also require cobalt, nickel, and graphite. Cobalt mining, often done in the Democratic Republic of Congo, raises severe human rights issues, with reports of child labor and dangerous working conditions. Chapter 2. Manufacturing impact. Now that we have done the mining, let's talk about manufacturing process. It takes a lot of energy to turn these raw materials into lithium-ion batteries. Estimates suggest that the carbon footprint of producing a single electric vehicle battery can be as high as 74% of the carbon emissions from producing a conventional ICE car. So while we are led to believe that electric cars are zero-emission vehicles, the reality is different when we consider the entire life cycle. Chapter 3. The end-of-life problem. What happens to the batteries when they reach the end of their life? Recycling lithium-ion batteries is still a massive challenge. The process is costly, complex, and only a small percentage of battery today are recycled. Most of these batteries end up in landfills where the toxic chemicals can leach into the soil and groundwater. And if we don't figure out an efficient way to recycle these batteries, we are looking at a future problem of hazardous waste at an enormous scale. But the question still remains, is it still better than the gasoline car? So have we lost our way in the pursuit of green energy? Are lithium-ion batteries a mistake? Not necessarily. When comparing well-to-wheel emissions, which consider the entire life cycle from the fuel extraction to the vehicle operation, electric vehicles generally come out on top. An EV's carbon footprint is initially high due to battery production, but as it runs on cleaner electricity sources over its lifetime, it compensates for its initial cost. An electric vehicle can produce up to 60% less carbon dioxide over its lifetime compared to a conventional car. However, this advantage is closely tied to the energy mix used for charging. If an electric vehicle is powered by coal-based electricity, its environmental benefits diminish significantly. But as the global grid becomes greener with more renewable sources, the benefits of electric vehicles are set to increase. So what's the verdict? Lithium-ion battery is far from perfect. It's not the clean, zero-emission solution we often imagine. It has its own set of environmental and ethical challenges, from resource extraction to end-of-life disposal. But when compared to traditional gasoline vehicles, it's still a step in the right direction, especially if we continue to improve battery technology, increase recycling efforts, and power our electric vehicles with cleaner sources. The real question is, can we push beyond lithium-ion and find truly sustainable energy sources? Technologies like solid-state batteries, hydrogen fuel cells, or even alternative chemistries that reduce the dependency on scarce minerals could be the next leap forward. Remember, lithium-ion batteries are a bridge technology, a crucial stepping stone in our transition away from fossil fuel. But it's a bridge we can't afford to stay on forever. Why? Here's another scary reason. Countries heavily reliant on renewable energy depend on storage solutions to stabilize their grid. Lithium-ion batteries are primarily manufactured by Chinese giants like CATL, BYD, which dominate the space. In fact, China controls 79% of global battery production. This gives China an unprecedented leverage over global energy infrastructure. With battery production critical for both electric vehicles and large-scale grid storage, the stakes are high. But with this power comes vulnerability. Chapter 5: The Geopolitical Concern. What happens when the geopolitical landscape shifts? With growing reliance on Chinese-made batteries, nations like the US, India, and entire Europe are questioning their energy security. Batteries aren't just storage, they come with software and remote management systems that could pose cybersecurity risks. Imagine a power grid compromised due to diplomatic tensions. The consequences could be disastrous. Chapter 6: A Strategic Vulnerability. As these batteries store vital energy for grids, their role extends beyond technology. They become strategic assets. If tensions escalate between two countries, the impact goes beyond economics. We could face blackouts, disrupted services, or even cybersecurity threats. Chapter 7: Moving towards a solution. Some countries are acting. The US is investing heavily in domestic battery production. Europe is building its own homegrown supply chain. Japan and South Korea are forming new partnerships to reduce their reliance on Chinese firms. But the road to diversification is costly and long. The infra, the expertise, the raw materials, everything is controlled by Chinese firms, which already possess these assets, and it makes it challenging for other nations to catch up quickly. The path forward. As demand for clean energy storage solutions grow, nations must balance efficiency and security. The challenge is not just about reducing emission, it's about safeguarding critical infra in a rapidly changing world. The question still remains, can we transition to a cleaner, safer energy future without compromising on safety? It's time to rethink our energy backbone.